don't want to say I'm anti-man, but I'm anti-man.
Never say, like, oh, not all men. Like, I do think it's all men. I think they should start in prison and work their way out.
Yeah, it's a reward-based system. You know what I mean? You have like a reading log and you color it in every time you do something nice.
Yeah.
Or you just have no access to internet and no phone, and you have to earn it.
Yeah.
Like an Eagle Scout. Like,
Full sash with some badge on.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to see them walk around in it, so I know that they've done.
You have to wear it as identification.
Catcalling badge.
I honestly think men should start in jail and work their way out based on the things that they say and the actions that they do. Because it's actually like, you can't go around like saying things like that. You can't say things like that out loud. Help, I was hooking up with this guy and mid-action, his dog jumped on the bed and started licking my foot. I thought he was going to say licking something else, and I thought. He said, don't mind him, he gets excited too. Cut the cameras. Emma asked if it is illegal if she never speaks to him again. No, it's actually very much illegal if you do speak to him again.
Every guy should start in jail and have to work his way out.
Absolutely.
I think
love
that's
that idea.
because it's like you need to earn your place out here.
You do.
In my opinion.
You do. And it should be treated as if they're on probation for a while. Like one strike, you're
Yeah,
back.
even when they're out, yeah, you're
Also, I don't know.
Said that men should be born in prison and work their way out. Yeah, because why have I been constantly catching old men with their wives, waiting till their wife looks away so they can stare at me? Are you okay, sir? Like, I'm assuming you guys have been married multiple years, and you're still... This guy just now was literally holding hands with his wife, holding hands, and she's looking into his eyes. And the second she turns away, he stares at me.
I know this might seem a little harsh, but men should have to start in jail and then earn their way to freedom.
Saying that men should be put in jail when they're born and earn the right to get free, I completely agree.
I seriously don't believe women have empathy. I don't, right? I don't think it's a natural thing, at least. And the insanity that... Do women not understand the seriousness of jail? The severity, the insanity of jail, of prison? For what? Looking at you? For saying things? Men should be put in prison. Do you think men coming out of prison would be better men? You think working himself out, even... It's like... And then you wonder why men don't, like, not jumping for joy if women have power. Because women have proven that they will be no better than men. They will be no better than men. Okay, we're given the chance. Given the chance. Right? Women will say shit, do shit that proves that they're no better. They're not better. And they have proven consistent and constant hate. Do you not understand how they don't even care about little boys? I've seen women say that, you know what, if I have a child and I find out he's a boy, I will abort it. Yeah, that's amazing, right? That's it's just absolutely disgusting. I'm just tired that we don't talk about this enough. That the vitriol, the hate that women have for men. And here's my thing, okay? Women have hate for all men because of the select few men that they either interact with or they see or some dated, right? And those are very few pockets of men. This is tiring. This is very tiring. It really is, because the hate no one talks about, because it's okay, right? It's okay to hate on men. You know, it's nothing new that we hate on men. I don't know. I'm just tired of it, and how women don't understand. Like, we talk about sympathy and empathy, right? Especially with the Charlie Kirk shit. Yet women don't exemplify empathy. They don't. I mean, maybe for other women, maybe for children, but not even for children, because you said born in prison, so you don't even care about these babies and boys. No empathy at all.
Thank fuck I live alone, because the thought of even hear me out when I say this. The thought of living with a man and not being able to live out my little fantasy in my own house that I pay for by myself, get the fuck out of my space. You know what would ruin this vibe? I'm posted the fuck up in here. If a man was in my space, that would literally blow my high. If a man walked up in here like, hey babe, we're out of toilet paper, can you get the fuck out of there? Sometimes I feel like that werewolf filter on Snapchat. You know, where you like open your mouth really wide and then like it sprouts and the eyes turn red and the backdrop goes blue. That's how I fucking feel when a man pisses me off. Yo, we're out of job. Then go get some! Then get in the car and go get some! Start digging in your butt, twin. Fuck you and fuck off.
I don't understand women. I really don't understand why they listen to people like this. This is the thing where I find it, I don't understand. Women show their insecurities. Because, let's be honest, I mean, like, is she really having boyfriend issues? Or issues with men living with her? Are those scenarios actually happening to her? I mean, she looks like someone from the Adam family, right? But I shouldn't have done that. My bad. I'm gonna take that back. But this is the thing where I think a lot of women are showing their insecurities, where they are having a hard time finding a man they want, so they are projecting their misery onto others. And hopefully they could try to, you know, bring other miserable people into their circles. Because this is the thing, I find women like this funny, because aren't these the type of women that say, decenter men, I don't need no man, you know, men are terrible men. Oh, men are like, men, she hates men. So, how can you decenter men? How do you don't want nothing to do with men? You don't need no man, but you constantly talk about men. She's talking about a made-up scenario. That's not happening. What man? Who's forcing you to live with any man? Who's forcing any woman nowadays to be with any man she don't want to be with? Literally, every woman chooses the man they want. No one's forcing them. So here you are complaining about a man, a fictional man, doing something fictional you don't want. Then okay, don't be with men. I've said this before, where I support women. Just be single, right? Truly decenter men, right? If you're a woman like this with so much weird ass hate for the opposite gender, just stop. Just step away. I don't understand why you forcing yourself to interact with men. Why are you forcing yourself to be with men? Like, with that much hate, I hope you don't ever go on a date with a man. Don't ever give your number to a man. Just don't deal with men. But yet, why are women like this still in the dating market, still trying to get with men, still trying to get a relationship with a man, still interacting with men? I don't understand. And this is another thing where I wish men have better standards. I wish men do, because however she looks, however her shitty personality is, there will be a man out there that will want to be with her, that would find her attractive, that would ignore all of her bad habits, all of her red flags, and would be with her. Men need better standards. Men need higher standards. You didn't have a visitor. You had another human being enjoying a public space. He didn't come visit you. This is the thing where this is why sometimes it's hard to trust women completely when they say their stories, right? Because I believe a lot of women are suffering from a main character syndrome, where they believe the world around them, they are the main character. No one should interact with them if it's not meant to be. It's like, you shouldn't be in my space. It's like, everything's about you. Okay, everything's about you. You know, you walk the street, if someone walk close to you, they're invading your space. This is the problem. So many women, and I think this is why a lot of women even hate on men, because they perceive that men are invading their space. You are too close to me. Okay, when you're in the real world, you are, you are going to the same place I'm going to in public spaces. I think that's why a lot of women hate on men, when they think that men should not belong, or should not be in the same places they are in. A lot of women, I'm not even necessarily even talking about her, it's just like the mindset. A lot of women think that they are old, or the world is theirs. Okay, these places, wherever they are, it's theirs, it belongs to them. Okay, so you are invading my space, you are dangerous, you are whatever. I think this is just, again, it's part of the whole egotistical, narcissistic main character syndrome that I believe a lot of women, maybe not crazy amount, but I believe a decent amount of women are suffering from. Okay, because this man looks like he's just, taking a break, right? Maybe taking a break, getting a little bit of a, exercise from a long day or whatever, a spare time, and on his way. Being cordial, saying hi and bye is not visiting you. It's not because, it's not really because of you. It's just being a nice person, being a cordial person, saying hi and bye to the people that's around you, right? That you are essentially, occupying the same space as them. So you be cordial, you be nice. But women think that, oh my God, no one's around. This man is, I don't know, something's wrong. Man, this man is like too close to me, or whatever, right? I think it's crazy.
Football season's a reminder that men are perfectly capable and intelligent, okay? Because it does not make sense that a man who cannot remember your birthday can suddenly remember extensive stats of different players to the point where he can draft an entire team based off of his knowledge to then bet on in his fantasy football league. And now that we're talking about this league, you cannot tell me that a man who is unable to organize his time to split household chores with you is the same man who is suddenly able to be organized enough to 1, find a league to join, 2, draft a team, 3, set weekly lineups, and 4, then create a schedule to watch these games. And let's not forget that a football game can go over 3 hours, and this is if he is just watching one game. Weaponized incompetence continues to allow men to benefit off of the unpaid labor of
Septum theory. These women are miserable, absolutely miserable. Sometimes women show their lack of empathy, their lack of understanding. But of course they don't understand because they're man haters, right? Absolute utter man haters. They can build a whole platform of just only hating men, right? When it's funny when all these women try to promote decentering men, but honestly, their content is all about men, and all about shitting on men. You know, when you seem to not understand, the psyche of a lot of men. When most men, their birthdays are neglected, not cared about, forgotten, and not celebrated. Most men don't feel the importance of birthdays. Most men don't feel the importance of birthdays because honestly, their birthday has never been important. So men just don't think about it. Men don't think about birthdays like that, okay? But no, women don't care. Women don't bother to understand men's psyche. Oh, why does he not even celebrate his own birthday? A lot of men forget their birthdays. So no wonder he would not care about holidays. When honestly, people don't celebrate holidays with men. People don't gift men shit, not in general, right? So a lot of times, a lot of holidays, a lot of things, a lot of these special things, men tend to not put into memory because honestly, throughout men's life, it's not been enjoyable. It hasn't been enjoyable, right? It hasn't been something worth remembering. But God forbid women actually understand men. And then talk about weaponizing competence. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you can say the same thing about women. Men and women are not that different in certain situations, particularly, men do something but women never do it. Of course women do shit like this, right? Of course women could forget, special times for men. Of course women can put very little effort into certain things. Dating scene, women put practically no effort. But that's okay, right? It's okay for a woman not to pay for a date. It's okay for a woman to, barely put any effort in, moving conversation along. It's just like, we neglect that both sides can do the same thing. Both sides have done the same thing. And it's just tiring with these feminists. It really is, right? These man-hating women that create, decent size to really big platforms purely based on hating men. It's tiring.
Today I learned that men hate women so much that they've turned other men into women instead of being with women. Where do I get off this ride?
Then you are bad at learning. You are bad at learning. Do you believe that? So I thought women are the ones who are supportive of the LGBT community, thinking that you are born this way, right? You weren't turned this way. You weren't forced to be this way. So what is it? Are you are men being forced to be women by other men? At least in, I don't know, maybe if she's talking about somewhere in very third world countries or very bad countries, or she's talking about America. I'm assuming she's talking about America since she doesn't live, in those type of countries. So this is the insanity. So are you saying that men have the ability to turn other men into women? So men can force men to be women. Can men also force other men to be straight? Well, what is those conversion camps? So is that? I mean, it's like this is a thing where this is insanity. Are you logical or are you not? Can people turn? Can we turn women straight? Can we turn women straight? Can we do all these things? I find women. This is a thing where women will make any kind of stupid stupid, I want to call it logical, stupid take just to push down whatever their ideology is. Usually it's hate towards men. Hate towards men. Because, like, seriously, I don't even understand the basis of that kind of idea. Right? I don't even understand the basis of this kind of idea. I mean, are the men that you are dating turning other men into women? I was like, what the hell is... I swear to God, it's just... You know, I had a commenter said, you know, the more you listen to women, the more your brain cells start to die. And, like, women that have idiotic takes like this is like, I can't help but think like that. Because, seriously, this shit doesn't make sense. Yeah, I swear to God. It's like, you would say anything to push out the idea that men hate women. Men don't.
I just feel like as a man, like, carrying around a gallon of water, that's so attention seeking. That's like almost as attention seeking as like being left-handed. Like, there's so many, like, I get it, you need to drink a gallon of water every single day, but like, literally just pour the gallon into a bottle. Like, just pour it into a bottle. Like, you're carrying a gallon around with you while you walk. Like, we don't care.
You obviously do care since you're making a video about it, right? You have an opinion about it, so you care, you somewhat care. And this is the thing, you know, this is what men deal with. Everything a man does, men's entire existence is a complaint to women. Yeah, it gets really tiring, okay? This is why I've said this countless times before, where I wish women would actually just truly decenter men, right? Please do, right? I wish women would, you know what, they have so much complaints about men, just be single, right? I've said this countless times before. If you are happily single, please decenter men. Decenter men. Don't think about them. Don't like. I know women are able to do it. Make them invisible, right? A lot of women can literally don't even see men, right? They can make men invisible to them. Do that, please, because God forbid you're complaining about a man carrying around a jug of water. It's like, I swear, I mean, like, women will complain men that simps on them. Women will complain men that don't simp on them. Women will complain men carrying a jug of water. Women will complain of men. It's just like, just decenter men. I swear, I don't know, right? I mean, all the women I see that say, oh, you got decenter men, or we decenter men, okay. None of them do. I don't think a single woman that actually says she decenters men actually truly decenter men by the concept, right? Where you don't even think about men. Men are not even in your that the word men is literally evaporated from your vocabulary. That's true decentering. Shit like this is tiring. It really is. I mean, and this is the thing. Imagine how men feel, right? Every day. Men go onto social media, go into any forms of entertainment. It's always some form of slight against men, some form of criticism against men. It's tiring.
And another question I have is, how come I only see the moms buying school supplies and school clothes? Do dads even do that?
Honestly, women are bitter. They're miserable. I honestly, this is maybe controversial, but I think women started a gender war. I really think women started the gender war. Okay? Because I just think women just finds complaint about men for everything and anything. I don't know what she means by I never seen men do this. Are you talking about social media? Or are you talking about real life? Because there are men that do it. Hell, I just did it. I just went with my daughter to buy her school supplies. I mean, I'm just really tired. One, let's say the social media part. Men don't really post social media like that. Not on average. Not many men do that. And if they do that, they don't post on everything they do on social media. Okay, so that's social media. Now, real life, I don't know. I mean, this is a thing where I just find it just, I don't know why. I mean, like, I can't even assume that men don't do it. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to slow down and think of what could be a reasoning, because I do think men do go shopping with their families, their kids, to do certain things. So, but let's say where she's not seeing said images, said events. I don't know. I mean, like, in general, women they have a more enjoyment to do shopping of any and every kind. So, I mean, does it, like, okay, if I would say this, right? Let's say in a case where a father is not taking the daughter or the kids to do school supply shopping. Does that make him a terrible father? No. It's like, that is not even one of the things that would make a father terrible at. It's like, some people just gotta nitpick about everything just so they can say, oh, men are terrible, right? That's what I feel on this app. At least on social media, I'm seeing that women need to nitpick about anything and everything so they can paint a negative image of men. And I think women do this far more than men do. I'm not saying men don't do it. I bet you men do. But women do this far more than men. Because they want to show men's incompetence, show men's terribleness, evilness, whatever. They want to just show men in negative lights. And it's like, okay, I get it. How about, you know what? What you could do is just decenter men then. Okay? Just don't think about men, don't talk about men, don't deal with men. That's probably better for you. Leave the women that actually want men to just deal with men. Because it's the amount of hate that is really tiring. I get it. We get it. You hate men. I get it. But it's like, to equate anything and everything to, oh, men are terrible, it's like, it's tiring. A father not going with the kids to buy school supply does not make him a terrible father. Doesn't make it. It's not even a thing. It's not even a big case. And you know what? I don't know. When I go to Target, when I went to Target to get my daughter school supplies, I saw plenty of men with their family. Should I? Are you gonna pat these men in the back then? Because if you have the audacity to chastise these men for not doing something that you think that they should do, but if they're doing it, are you cheering them on? This is the thing why I find it funny when women say, oh, men that, let's say example would, take their kids to buy school supply. What do they think? They deserve a cookie? No, men are not out here saying, I deserve praise for doing something. It's women saying, oh, look at this man, like, he's amazing. Men don't care. Men are not looking for validation. Men are not looking for validation from strangers like that. It's women. It's like, this is why, I don't know. This shit is it's just tiring. It is just tiring. Why do we constantly gotta nitpick about so many things, right? And it's not like she's reacting to a video. She's just talking to the ether about men. I mean, again, it's just like, when people talk about, oh, men this, men that, you just put a blanket statement on majority of men, if not all men. And it's just tiring. It really is.
My hot take is that men shouldn't be allowed to sit because it's truly an epidemic that every time I go on the transit, it's full train. Majority of the people sitting are men. Like, as long as there's a gender pay gap, women should not be standing on public transit. It's crazy to me. Like, yesterday I was on the path, and like a really old man. There was one empty seat, and I saw him, and I was like, please sit. And he's like, no, it's okay, like, you sit. And I was like, no, please sit down, like, you're obviously unwell. And look around, every other seat is taken by, like, young, able-bodied men, and all the women are standing. There was someone that was pregnant that was standing. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And I won't rest until men aren't allowed to sit.
Sometimes women are just like incels in female bodies. This is a thing where the gender gap has been proven wrong. Literally, like, two people in the same job, same skill level, same work, it's like exactly 1-to-1. Women are making equal amount. The gender pay gap is when you combine every job, okay, that a man does, and every job that a woman does. And of course, there's disparity in it. But here's the thing where I find women absolutely ridiculous. Do you want to be treated special, or do you want equality? Right? Equality is you're treated like anyone else. So, like any of these men, okay, they don't see that you're special. They see that you're an equal. So if these men would stand up for another man, able-bodied man, then yes, they would stand up for you too. But if none of these men would stand up for an able-bodied man, why would they stand up for you? Now, here's the thing where she said, this thing I just find it funny that, she used this one experience. Oh, none of these men stood up for this older man. But here's the thing. I've seen plenty of other videos and in real life where men have stood up. So pregnant people, older people, to sit down. I mean, to be entitled to, like, oh, men must always give their seat up to whoever you think they should give up. It's like, who the fuck are you? This is the thing where, yes, no one is, this is the thing, it would be nice, right? It would be nice that we would be nice to each other. But here's the thing. Reality, hard, truth, hard, reality is that, that's not how the world works. You don't just like blindly deserve someone's, I don't know, inconvenience. You don't just blindly deserve someone's, like, I don't know, love, trust, whatever. You don't blindly deserve anything. This is not how the world works. Now, in a utopia, that would be beautiful, right? That would be nice. We are all nice and kind to each other. But we're not. We're not. And here's my thing. I find it funny because I've seen plenty of women to not stand up for, for older people or for others. I mean, like, stand up for, like, a man with a child. So it's like, it's just how, it's not a man or a woman thing. That's the disgusting part right there. That's the disingenuous part. It's not a man or a woman thing. I've seen rude women. Yeah, and I've seen rude men. Or I've seen man and women who don't care. It's not a fucking gender thing. I'm tired of these women that constantly bring up gender. Right? It's like everything has to be a gender. Everything has to be men versus women. Everything has to be like, it's just, this is the insanity, right? Oh, and why do I say this is an insult thing? Because this is like stupid, right? You're no different, right? Imagine if this was a man, right? Who said, oh, my hot take, I don't think women should be allowed to sit. All this shit, right? Say whatever else. If you do that, right? If you want to inconvenience women, your goal is to inconvenience women. I guarantee you, people who watch that kind of video would say he's an incel. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I've said this before. Reverse your logic, okay? Or substitute, each the subject for a different one, right? Substitute a man for a woman. I mean, if it doesn't sound right when reversed or substituted, it didn't sound right to begin with.
Men have to have laws to tell them not to marry children. And somehow they still think they should be running the show.
Many people, particularly women, think that my content is about hating women, and it's not. Because in my honest opinion, I think in real world, there are so many intelligent women. My sisters are smart as shit, okay? They are logical people. They are good people. I would not put down women. What my content is about is holding women accountable for their actions and words. Is showing how stupid women can be or are when they have a camera in front of them. Because this is the problem where what we have is that we have these feminists, a lot of these modern day internet women that just want to push out hate. They are no better than the men they supposedly call out or hate. Because such a disingenuous argument. The laws, right? The laws are for men not to do anything criminal, right? It's not like women do criminal acts. Because women are always holier than thou. Women are so much morally better than men. Women are, right? And it's so disingenuous because if you are a logical person, you know it's not true. This is why I make my content. It's not to hate on women. It is counter-programming. We have plenty of content creators, particularly women, that will hold men accountable or will show you only, right, the ugliness of men. Cool. I don't disagree. I don't disagree or counteract that. Yes, there are plenty of terrible men out there. Plenty. But, when all our content is inundated by just terrible men, you are building a narrative that being a man is terrible. Instead of, building a narrative that, you are just a terrible person. It doesn't matter about your race, your orientation, or your gender. So, counter-programming, I show women. Because I've never said, oh, men are better than women, or men are more moral than women, or men don't cheat. I agree. Lots of men cheat. A lot of men do immoral things. But that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Because we have women pretty much pointing the finger only at men. And building a narrative that it's only men. Because look at this, right? She said, oh, laws are to stop men from marrying younger or dealing with minors. Really? This here is a recent case. Okay? No, I mean, this is the thing where, I don't know about you, but in recent years, I don't know, last 10 years or so, I've been seeing so much news of female teachers doing things with minors. Female teachers getting trains ran to them by minors. Female teachers getting pregnant by boys, little boys. Oh, right? The law is made for men, yet it's okay that women are predators. Well, no, we don't talk about that, right? We don't talk about that. Creators don't talk about women. Don't really talk about that in mass because they want to only point the finger at men. Men are predators. Only men deal with minors. No, it's bad people. That's it. It's not because of your gender, not because of your orientation, not because of your race. But no, we constantly want to push a narrative that men are evil, women are holier than thou. That is disgusting in my opinion. That is disingenuous. That shows you the weakness of your argument.
I love when girls break up with their boyfriend. Thank you. Yes! Yes! An angel has gained its wings again. Thank you. Please keep doing this. Break up with him. He sucks.
The more you see women on this app, the more you understand that they are the definition of misery loves company. I find it funny that women care or empathetic towards other women, yet you don't care women going through breakups. It is mentally traumatizing. It is mentally exhausting. It is not a good feeling to go through a breakup. But hey, go do it. More women need to break up. More women need to have to, go through the exhaustion, go through the trauma of, leaving the person that you once loved. More women need to do that. And I think she had a hashtag with the LGBT thing. I find it really interesting that women like this don't ever talk about it. The most toxic relationship, most abusive relationship are lesbian relationships. So yes, more girls need to break up their relationships, but it's more about break up in lesbian relationships with other women. And this is why a lot of men, are always weary when, if you have a girl and most of her friends are single, you know that it's a recipe for disaster. Because if she is single, if she is if other women around her is unhappy, single, whatever, she is going to gravitate toward making you single as well. Because and it happens a lot, if other women feel that, why should you be in a relationship but I'm not? So if I'm not in a relationship, you shouldn't be too. That's what a lot of women happen. But when she's in it, when the other women are in a relationship, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if if they broke you up or not. And women, often or not, try to encourage other women to break up marriages or break up relationships or just, join their sisterhood of misery. Also, it's funny. Like, that's her only source of joy. She said that. That's her only source of joy in this app. Is when women get traumatized. When women go through emotional turmoil. Does she care about women? Is that a caring about women? Where you want other women to break up relationships that they, with people that they once loved. That's your enjoyment. That's your joy, right? That's how miserable it seems to you, that you are. I love it. Breakups are amazing, heartbreak is it's like a drug to me. Yeah, absolutely miserable.